Okay. Okay, we have started the recording. So, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I bid to my lecturer, Sir Maslan, and my fellow friends. So, we are from Group 4, from Section 1/2. We'll present our discussion for Lab 4. So my name is Muhammad Izzuddin bin Muhammad Drus, and my group members are Muhammad Badrul Iqmal, Muhammad Amirul Hafiz, and Muhammad Afi Azwan. So we are for task 4, we have task 4 lab 4, we have 3 tasks. So the first task will be explained by Badrul. So Badrul.
Okay, hi, my name is Badul. Okay, I will explain about task 1. Okay, for the task 1 is about introduction of CX supervisor. Okay, we will make a simple project by using CX supervisor. Okay, first we build a traffic light with a red and green lamp and off and on switching. Okay, by using CX supervisor, we built these two and we will run it to show the result. Okay, this is when we push the when off. Wait, firstly off. Okay, when switching is off, the traffic light will show red light. Okay, next we will turn on it and switch to the green. Okay, that's all for the introduction of task 1 for lab 4.
Okay, so the next one is for task 2. So I will open our task 2. So okay, I'll talk about task 2 for a brief part. So this is what we have done to make our SCADA interface. So we have inserted the start button, a motor, and stop button, which is following our lab sheet. So we followed our lab sheet. The purpose for this task 2 is to see whether we can a link between them to CX programmer and CX supervisor. So when we run it, we will run it with CX simulator. We will wait some time. So we have to link it with our task 2. I mean task 2. We'll open it. Wait for it to run. Okay, so I will put a side-by-side window for this task. So as we can see, both of the CX programmer and SCADA for CX supervisor has been linked. So when we press the start button, the motor on the CX programmer will also run. Since it is a push button, so we press one more time so that it indicates that it is a push button. So when we press stop, the motor for the CX programmer also shuts down. So as a conclusion, we have managed to link both of the CX programmer and the CX designer. So, my friends, do you understand or have any questions?
Yes, I have understand.
Okay, nice. So we can proceed to the last task, which is task 3, which is quite advanced from the other first two tasks. So as we can see, for task 3, we are instructed to do programming on automatic car garage door system. So this is the system operation. So, but can you read us the operation?
Okay, for the task 3, we will ask to do the sum of project for the car parking. Okay, at the internal condition, the car garage door is closed. For the second operation is when the system detect an approaching car, the door is open. Okay, for the third operation, when the car is fully past the entrance, the door will close again. Okay, for the final, as a for car to exit the from garage, the door will open and activate using different switching from the inside. Okay, that's the operation that we need to do for the PLC SCADA task 3.
Okay, thank you, Padro. So, Afiazwan and Hafiz, uh, do you guys understand?
Understand.
Okay, thank you, guys. Okay, so after our discussion on this task 3, we have managed to achieve this result. So I will open. So, okay, let's go from the CX, the ladder diagram first. So after our discussion, we have managed to achieve this ladder diagram. So upon suggestion and discussion and brainstorming among us, we have discussed and decided to use the diff down and timer for this project. I mean task 3. So this is the ladder diagram. So next we will continue with the CX supervisor. So after planning and then constructing our CX supervisor, we have achieved this CX supervisor. So what we have here is an open door indicator, which we can push the buttons, and also the light indicator for the motor, whether it stops, it open, which is it is running, and the last one close means that the motor is closed for this door. Next, we have inserted the ultrasonic sensor, upper limit switch, photoelectric sensor, and lower limit switch. All of this we have inserted, we have used the push button IO. So next is we run it together with the CX designer, I mean CX programmer. So we link them with the task 3, task 3, open and press OK. So this is what we have concluded. So to make the door appear, we have to press this and this together so that it is in our initial condition. So for the first, where is the report? Okay, so for the first condition, the garage door is closed. So the garage door is closed, and then the second operation is when the system detects an approaching car, the door is lifted. So the ultrasonic sensor will detect a car moving towards it. So when it detects, and we press the upper limit switch, the motor will indicate that it is opening. So when it is open, and also the photoelectric sensor, that also for the third one is the photoelectric sensor, so that it doesn't close just like that when the car is still on in the middle of this gate. So when we press lowest limit switch, it it will open, and the motor will stop because it has reached its stop. So next is after the car has entered, we press it doesn't detect anymore, ultrasonic sensor, and we close the door. So when and then the last instruction is for the car to exit the garage, the door opening is activated using a different switch from the inside. So when we press this, indicate that we are pressing the button from the inside. It will open and just let the car goes out from the parking. So our friends, do you understand for our task 3? Do you have any questions?
Yeah, I understand. Thank you, Izzuddin. Thank you, Izzuddin.
Okay, nice. Okay, so that's all from us, Group 4, Section 1/2. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
I want to close the recording.